and it's our first time away without the kids in damn near 17 years. I remind my 17-year-old daughter this morning that her dad and I are going away, and she freaks the fuck out. I mean, turns into a complete crying asshole. She's fucking 17! The kid should be ecstatic that she has the house to herself. But no, instead she's in my bedroom pitching a total fucking fit that we're leaving and having a nice evening to ourselves. Now I'm totally disgusted with her. Her dad and I do everything with her and her brother and mine. She's put me in a total shit mood. After my own mild freak out on her, she finally tells me which particular bug has decided to make its way up her ass and raise a family there. She yells, through tears, mind you, "You and Dad are gonna have sex, and it's so disgusting!" God, I don't really know if I do this, and I don't know if the people who watch it, or the audience that comes, or the people who, I feel like I enjoy this at moments more than anybody who's involved. That was, "You and Dad are gonna have sex, and it's so disgusting." Wow, to hear your daughter say it. Wowie, wow, wow. I mean, that's a thought kids have. They don't. Then she says, "I have nightmares about it." Louis, what the fuck? I told her that it was none of her fucking business and asked her how she thinks she got here. Apparently, her dad and I traumatized her when she could hear us through the wall while we were on vacation 2 years ago. And ever since then, she's been the biggest cock blocker I've ever met. Every time she gets a little suspicious that something might happen between her dad and I, she won't let us alone and make sure to interrupt the moment. Frequently! What the hell am I to do? Any advice you have for me would be great. No, thanks for your time. No, thanks for your time. My advice is, she's got a place to live now. You don't have to go home. I read something like this because every so often I have that moment where I go, did I make a mistake not having children? And then I read this. Because everybody that I work with, my entire staff of people that I work with, every one of them has kids, and they talk about their kids and show pictures of their kids. You know, and I have no children. And I think, oh, how sad. And tonight you've made me feel great. Or too dry, and the cats had apparently caught it and left it as a gift for me. My son says, "That's not a gift, Mom, it's a death threat." Usually, they will just terrorize the little guys till I can catch them and put them outside. But this poor creature looked like it was already gone. When I went to scoop it onto a paper plate to give it a proper trash can burial, I discovered it was still alive, but seriously hurt. Once I stopped freaking the fuck out and having almost picked up a live mouse with the potential to scurry up my sleeve, I started to feel bad for the little fucker. I'm not a fan of mice in the house. That's why I have 2 cats to scare the shit out of them so they can leave on their own if they have any sense. But it isn't personal, and as far as household pests goes, they're pretty polite. So to see it in pain and possibly paralyzed was just too much. And I'm not the kind who's going to be able to put it out of its misery. Flash forward to me at 2 a.m. This is so great. This is fucking has driven her nuts. And then she has to write about it. I'm sitting on the floor with a wounded mouse and some emergency weed I found. No, it gets better. Blowing smoke into its little face to try to help relieve its pain and calm it down. It seemed to help. That's the first time I've ever seen a mouse smile. Today it seems to be doing better. It's moving around more. And I think it knows I'm trying to help it because it no longer freaks out every time I come near. Though to be fair, that might be the weed. And as I gaze upon the little circle of shredded cheese, pumpkin seeds, and the bottle cap of water that I place near it in case it gets hungry or thirsty, I have to take a moment to question my sanity. What does one name a partially paralyzed stoner mouse? What do I hope to get out of this relationship? I would like it to either pass peacefully or heal enough for me to put it outside with at least half a chance of survival. But now we're fucking bonded or some shit. A mom and her mouse. The classic American tale. Life is weird. Thanks for listening. Well, and with this is from Silas, and he's here tonight, and I've read some of yours before, and it's kind of perfect considering we're here in Atlantic City, right next to the beach, which is, hey, Louis, I'm here in the audience tonight, figured since you were going on your summer break, it was appropriate time for this rant about an all-American summer vacation staple, the beach. The beach. It is 8:30 a.m., It is 8:30 a.m. Sunshine, sand, the waves are crashing down, drowning out the noise of the world. You set up camp with a cool beverage, plop your ass in a beach chair and sigh. You get the urge to test out the water and walk down and get your feet wet. Ooh, that's cold. You walk back and sit down. 2 minutes later, here comes a family of 6. Nobody's taken a spot on the beach yet but you. There are miles of beach and plenty of spaces to set up camp. Where does the family plop their shit? 3 fucking feet from you! Are you fucking shitting me? There are thousands of feet of beach with nobody on it yet, but they take over your space. Leave me alone. So either you suck it up and deal with it, or you move. Since you want to make it a point, you move. Only to have a family of 27 come in and do the same fucking thing. I swear these people only think of themselves when they do this shit. Selfish fucks. Oh, you wanted to relax by the water and listen to the waves crashing. Fuck you. You can listen to our family drama. Better yet, let's put on some shitty-ass music that you think is good and blast it out of a Bluetooth speaker. Oh, you don't want to get sun? That's okay. Let me set up a beach umbrella so it can take off in the breeze and become a flying spear of death down the beach. Oh, you don't want sand on your towel because your kids are flinging it around? Move them to your neighbor that you set up next to. They love kids throwing sand around and having temper tantrums. Jesus Christ, save the kid that got knocked down by a 6-inch wave and start crying when he gets up and steps on a broken shell. Let's all light up some cigarettes and make everyone inhale your secondhand smoke and then bury your butts in the sand. Fuck yeah, America! So you say fuck it and get into the water to get some peace and quiet. Here comes a creepy couple that wants to smooch in the ocean right next to you. Move away a little, they follow you. Here comes some creepy teenagers that want to judge you for being in their space. God damn it, fuck this place. After being irritated and unrelaxed, you finally decide to leave. You decide to go to the boardwalk. Oh, look at that. Every other store has a t-shirt place playing the same 4 songs on a loop. It may be 16 songs, but they all sound the fucking same nowadays. Hey, in Wildwood, they have tram cars that will take you down to wherever you want. It's only $3.50 a person. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Finally, one comes your way, only to be completely full of people, and it just keeps driving by you. What the fuck? No bikes on the boardwalk afternoon. No problem. The cops let them ride all day long so you can ride yourself, only to be yelled at since you have the worst luck ever. Oh, fuck the boardwalk. Let's go on the ride beers. Holy fuck, 9 tickets to ride a fucking roller coaster? That's $10 now. But they say, oh, you can buy a wristband for $60 and ride all day long. So you get one, only to stand in lines for 45 minutes to get on the good stuff. Judas Priest, where is the fun in this all? So you finally give up and go back to your motel or condo, get into bed, only to be kept awake by people loudly talking, blasting those shitty 4 songs over and over and over again, and complaining how everyone else was bothering them on the beach. Fuck. No wonder so many people stay home on staycations. If more people would adopt this philosophy, maybe I could get some peace and quiet on the beach. Have a happy summer, and remember everyone who's deployed. Thank you, Silas. Thanks, everybody here. I just think it's a really beautifully written piece about mental illness, and I don't feel like yelling and screaming. But I also think you're an audience that can handle this. There's certain audiences that would just go, "Fuck you!" So, but I figured you guys would do it just because I can't even explain why. I can't. It would just be, well, he's going to read it. It's about mental illness. I didn't think about that today. You really have to visit this place. You got to see it to believe it. Dear Lewis, I was happy to hear you address mental illness at some point, although I don't remember what you said because I have ADD. I'm deeply baffled by the basic setup of our society. We seem to be ruled by the constant stream of heavy-handed logic. From my perspective, logic is entirely overrated. I accept it as a strong aspect of many individuals' personality traits, whereas these logically minded individuals have no room in their minds to see that others have different shaped minds. Therefore, they've decided that many of us who don't squeeze into their narrow-shaped approach to living are mentally ill. Sure, we can't do a lot of things logical people can do, but they can't do what many of us can do either. When I was a kid in school, I didn't hear the teachers calling my name over and over because I was seriously daydreaming. They characterized me as dumb and spacey. That quality alone is one of my strengths today as an adult. Right now, in this moment writing to you, I'm able to transport myself into this one-way conversation with you in hopes that you'll share my perspective and there'll be some understanding in this world. While I write, I'm completely undisturbed by the world around me. Like the end of it, which may or may not be approaching fast. The freezing weather. I don't know how you get by that. The nasal monotones that seem to have a grip on our larynxes of people. The conversations those larynxes are having. Typically overconfident, false facts about everything. I live alone, have no money, no job perspectives in view. I would get fired from them anyway because logic gives me brain freeze, and have yet to cash in on my creative endeavors. I work all the time. I've worked all my life. My inspiration and focus has always been unshakable because I love what I do. However, because I don't have money and success, I'm looked upon as a broken individual and can't help feeling broken, frustrated, and have a strong, disturbing sense of not belonging in this world. And yet, look, I'm able to write this letter, focused in the moment, ignoring all that fucking crap. In fact, it is my necessity. I think if I was logical, I would have killed myself by now, because my life makes little sense on this planet, and the shame of that is so often debilitating. But my strength in daydreaming or creativity brings me clarity. And can I say joy in Massachusetts? Sounds like Joey, and Joey definitely didn't bring it. So if you could relay this, I'd appreciate it. Logic-minded people stand down. We who have different shaped minds and are not like you are not mentally ill because we're different. We are independent thinkers and creative types. It is trying to survive in your world that feeds this notion. Because you know a good way to make someone mentally ill? Take away all their value, their respect, don't take them seriously, don't pay them, starve them, take away their basic living necessities, and watch them shrivel in shame. It's easy. It's happening everywhere. And it's not that I don't care about all the problems the poor middle-class people are having. Everyone has something to offer. Not just those fuckers who can. Everyone. Well, there's that one exception, but he's already got enough attention. Almost everyone should be at the table. We need to rethink the way we approach teaching children and what we value in this country. We need to support all our artists, inventors, and innovators. We need to celebrate these kind of minds from the get-go. We need an established, supportive place for them, and not in a mental institution. And don't get me started about the bullshit trust fund keepers of the art world in New York and this whole level of internet shaming. That is a mental illness all its own. Thank you for being a socialist. Thank you for your most gracious reach to the people's voice. I'll be there tonight. I moved to the Northampton area because I'm a female. Heard it was the lesbian capital of something. And figured, cool, all the more men for me. You may see my logic here. Thank you. Thanks, Northampton.